Hello, everyone, and welcome to this capital taxes update on farm and estates, based on the spring 2026 update, which is, of course, the big day for the inheritance tax changes, which we will indeed be looking at. My name's Chris Thorpe. I'm a chartered tax advisor within in practice, but I do these courses for MBL now and then. It's a great pleasure to be here again. So, just kicking right off with what's new. Of course, the budget, and of course, it's now the finance bill. It's now the Finance Act. Of course, it recently received royal assent, but we've got a change which originally took place, say, in October 24, when the Labour government first came in, and of course we had a budget in November as well. You could just about call it an autumn statement, which tweaked some of these things. But within the Finance Act, say 25-26, we've had a few old changes. The first one that we've got here on the slide, the nil rate band and the residential nil rate band are, of course, frozen as well at 325,000 and 175,000 respectively. The nil rate band has been at that rate since 2009, I believe, and I think it's been 2021. Or thereabouts for the residential nil rate band. So certainly the 325 has been 325 for quite some time, and it's now going to be it's going to stay at that level until April 2031 at the moment. So we've got serious fiscal drag there when we consider the prices of assets having gone up that much in between. Don't forget the £2 million threshold, which is relevant for residential nil rate bands, is also being frozen as well. This is, of course, the £2 million threshold, whereby the value of the net estate immediately before death, if it's over £2 million, you will lose your residential nil rate band £1 for every two over. So, in a way, that's an update as to what has not changed. The big change, of course, that you'll all be aware of is the £2.5 million allowance that I've called it. It's basically saying that the £2.5 million worth of assets will qualify for 100% agricultural and business property relief. Everything thereafter qualifies for 50%. So it's not quite the cliff edge that the news and everything might have given the impression. There is still some relief. But what it's saying is that beyond £2.5 million each, the effective rate for inheritance tax is 20% for qualifying agricultural and business assets. Now, of course, when this was originally announced in October 24, it was only £1 million, and that was going to cause quite a headache for all businesses, of course, but for farmers in particular, many of whom, they might have assets in the shed which are worth £1 million before we even get to the value of the land.